Girl. So I was literally just sitting over there, right? And then there was a guy. He came up and he was like, "You good?" And I was like, "No, not really. But what are you gonna do for me, though?" That whole thing you just heard right there kind of made sense, kind of didn't, right? And I don't blame you because you don't learn that kind of talk in your English class. That was a straight up American small talk for extra dramatic and totally casual setting. So, yes, I did crank it up a little like a scene from a teenage movie where you would typically find those kind of conversations, but every sentence was loaded with what we call filler expressions. But please don't think I'm here to teach you a lesson on like we're not that basic. Today, we're getting into the real deal American lingo and the casual go-to filler phrases American sprinkles into conversations, like rainbow sprinkles on the cupcakes. Does it make the cupcake? Does it change the cupcake? Nope. But does it make the cupcake cuter? Yes. Does it make your conversation louder or soften and even more native sounding? Yes, ma'am. Not gonna lie. Now, you hear this one right at the beginning of the sentence, and it kind of sets the tone. It's like saying, "Here comes the truth, but I'm gonna keep it chill." So, you're obviously not going to lie. It's not like you are going to lie if you don't say not going to lie. I know it's ironic, but it's when you're admitting that something that's a bit embarrassing or it's too real or kind of shady and you just want to soften it in like a funny, self-aware way. Okay, let's copy and shadow my American accent. You ready? Not gonna lie, I only went to the gym for the sauna. That's actually a story of my life. Not gonna lie, I only went to the gym for the sauna. Not gonna lie, I totally judge him based on his playlist. Not gonna lie, I totally judge him based on his playlist. For real. Or I could say it with more sass, going like, for real. This one adds emphasis like you really mean what you're gonna say. It's kind of like a verbal equivalent of locking eyes with someone and nodding slowly and go like, nah, seriously, I'm not playing. For real, for real. You can throw it in the middle of the sentence or at the end. It gives your words more extra weight, like you're doubling down on the truth. Okay, so we use it when we're shocked, when we're serious, where you're just trying to hype up something. Okay, you could say that roller coaster was for real the scariest thing I've ever done. That roller coaster was for real the scariest thing I've ever done. I thought she was joking, but she was for real crying over that TV show. I thought she was joking, but she was for real crying over that TV show. No offense, but. Okay, I think this one is super messy, even though you did state it no offense, but you still kind of sent them. But it's kind of like a soft roast starter, the warning before that you might have something to say, but you're trying to act polite about it. It's like a fake nice phrase to sound sweet, but we all know what's going to come. Some shade. So you use it when you're about to drop an opinion, and usually one that could ruffle some feathers. No offense, but he's only cute if you squint. Oh, I'm so sorry. This one is super messed up. Do you guys know what squint means? Squint is when you narrowing your eyes to only a line. So if you squint, you're not going to have clear vision. One more time, no offense, but he's only cute if you squint. This pizza is good. No offense, but I have way better in New York. This pizza is good. No offense, but I have way better in New York. Literally, this word get mispronounced a lot. I know in British or Aussie English it's pronounced literally, but in American English the T kind of change it to like a duh sound, so literally. Or even in faster speech you sometimes don't even hear the T or the duh anymore, but the R sounds so like a literally, literally. This word is similar to exactly, but more extra exaggerations and adds some extra flair to hype whatever that you're going to say. You also drop it when you feel super intense or surprised or borderline unbelievable about a situation. I was literally about to pass out from that heat. I was literally about to pass out from that heat. She literally runs faster than a cheetah. She literally runs faster than a cheetah. At the end of the day, this is not a phrase for you to say at the end of the day, not literally, but for you to sound wise when you're trying to wrap things up or situations. For example, things that has been done and said already. And here is what really matters at the end of the day. So Americans love it because it adds some thoughtful, kind of serious vibe into it. We can try everything, but at the end of the day, it's up to her. We could try everything, but at the end of the day, it's up to her. At the end of the day, I just want a nap and some pizza. At the end of the day, I just want a nap and some pizza. I mean, sometimes we stress on a vowel sound just to be a little dramatic and very American. So we use this little phrase when we want to explain and clarify and gently backpedal in a conversations. You definitely hear Americans drop this when they're thinking out loud, trying to sound polite, or making their point without coming in too hot. It's soft, it's friendly, very casual, and also buys you some time to think. I could go out tonight. I mean, if you really want me to. I could go out tonight. I mean, if you really want me to. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I wouldn't watch it again. You know what? What? I love responding what to people when they throw in this phrase just to be a little bit funny. But this one definitely got some serious built in. So people say this when they're about to change their mind, speak their truth. It definitely adds build up, a pause, like a oh snap, here it comes type of moment. It could signal frustrations, realizations in a conversation. I kept giving him chances, but you know what? I'm done. I kept giving him chances, but you know what? I'm done. I was going to stay quiet, but you know what? Nope, not today. I was going to stay quiet, but you know what? Nope, not today. You feel me? Now, this one definitely grammatically incorrect, but it's not about the grammar, it's about the connections. It's a casual way to check if the other person gets your point, your mood, your truth, that if y'all on the same page. It's kind of like saying, right? You get where I'm coming from, right? But way cooler. You feel me? I'm not being rude, I'm being honest. You feel me? I'm not being rude, I'm being honest. You feel me? We all just want a little peace and quiet. You feel me? We all just want a little peace and quiet. You feel me? I guess this is one of those low-key hesitation phrase. You'll hear it when someone's not totally sure about what they're trying to say, but they don't want to sound pushy. So it's soft, it's unsure, it's very humble. But you're still kind of saying what you think, just without putting your whole chest into it. I guess we could hang out later if you're not busy. I guess we could hang out later if you're not busy. I guess it wasn't that bad. I just had higher expectations. I guess it wasn't that bad. I just had higher expectations. It is what it is, or it is what it is. This one hits different. In English, you usually drop it when you're done complaining, done fighting, done overthinking. I wouldn't say it's about giving up, but it's definitely accepting the moment, the truth. I gave him my all, and he still chose to lie. It is what it is. I gave him my all, but he still chose to lie. It is what it is. I didn't expect it to end like that. But hey, it is what it is, and life moves on. Okay, so these filler phrases, super helpful in real life conversation. Just maybe don't go using them in your formal writing, okay? Promise me. Please don't give your English teacher a headache. I'm Cece, and I'll see you next time.